There's like a delay on that, so I didn't need to cut you off. Okay, come all the way down, feet to the edges of the mat, knees can knock in slightly, and just place your hands on your belly. Close your eyes. Lift your chest slightly and pull your shoulder blades together. So almost pinch your shoulder blades together and then relax back down. So it feels not quite as comfortable as when you just flop and relax onto the floor. But I want you to feel this sensation of trying to open and lift through the chest already. Breathe in, let the belly expand. And as you breathe out, pull navel to spine and slightly squeeze the knees together. Breathe in, let the belly expand. Breathe out, navel to spine, slightly squeeze the knees. So the idea of that is that you're engaging deeper into the lower abdominals, pelvic floor, inner thighs. Inhale, let the belly expand. Exhale. Navel in, knees squeeze together. 2 more breaths. After that last breath, keep squeezing the knees together. Hug the knees into the chest. Just gently rock from side to side. And then cactus the arms out, just an easy twist, as if you're sat on a chair and you're crossing your legs over. Take that right leg over the left and let both knees fall to the left-hand side. Gaze is to the right, so you can take that left hand on the knees if you like. Make the twist a little bit stronger. Breathe in and out. Come back through center. Just go the other way. Take the left leg over right and let the knees fall over to the right hand side. Open the chest to the left. Breathe in and breathe out. Breath in and out. Come back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. And then cross one leg over the other. Rock up to a seated position. Bring the hands forwards and step back into downward facing dog. Lengthen the heels away. Push down into the hands. Pull in through the waist. So make that nice and strong. Make sure you're pushing through all 10 fingertips and pushing down through the knuckles of the hand. Lifting up through the hips. Finding a nice long stretch through the body. Head is relaxed, so you don't need to look forwards. Just let the weight of the head fall. Look towards the hands now. Step the left foot forwards. Rest the back knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, open through the chest. Pull the waist in, lift taller, and then soften the shoulders down. Breathe in, lift. And breathe out, slowly move forwards into that right hip. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Big breath in. Big breath out. Right arm forwards, left arm back. So there's a twist through the spine. Stretch the right fingertips forwards, reach the left fingertips back. Breathe in and breathe out. Take that right hand to the outside of the left thigh and deepen that twist. Look back to the left fingertips. Big breath in and out. Come back to center, reach both arms up to the sky. And then take the right hand to the right hip and lean over to the right side. So it's not the side that we normally lean to, but stretch the left fingertips over to the right. Keep trying to move forwards into that right hip. And then take both hands down to the top of the mat. Tuck the back toes Lift your right knee off the floor and just rock forwards and back off those back toes. Stretching through the right thigh. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Rest that back knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, open through that right hip. So we're moving between two extremes. As you exhale, straighten the front leg and take the fingertips down to the floor. So you come into a hamstring stretch. Hold it here for 3 breaths, and then we're going to move between the two a little bit quicker. So front leg is straight, toes are pulling back, looking down to the ground. And then we move more fluid. So inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, bend the front knee, open into the right hip. Exhale, straighten the front leg, fingertips down to the floor, look to the ground. Inhale, lift the arms, bend into that front knee, open the right hip. Exhale, take it back. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it back. Now from there, keep the front leg straight, lift yourself up, balance on the right knee without the hands, step the left knee back, and then come to both hands and knees. Tuck the toes, take it back into downward facing dog. Just a little way to play with the balance. Step the right foot forwards, place the back knee down. Inhale, lift both arms up, nice and tall. Exhale, left arm forwards, right arm back. And really try and reach into that twist. So the more you pull the right fingertips back and the more you stretch the left fingertips forwards, the more the spine's going to twist. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more breaths. Keep it there. Breathe in and breathe out. Last one. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring the arms back up to center, face forwards. Take the left hand to the left hip and lean over to the left hand side. So you stretch open through that right side. And then bring it back. Both hands down to the ground. Tuck your back toes. Lift the back knee off the floor and then rock forwards and backwards there. So just pushing off the back toes. So as you push off the back toes, a bit more strength through the ankle, then stretch it back and forwards and back. So opening out the sole of the foot as well as the left hip. And then rest the back knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, open the chest. Exhale, straighten the front leg, bring the hands down to the floor. Hold it there for 3 breaths, first time, in and out. Breathe in and out. Big breath. And exhale now, go forwards and back. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, lift and reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, slide back. Lift, breathe in, open. And take it back, breathe out. One more, lift and open. Exhale, straighten the right leg. And then lift the hands off the floor, balancing on the left knee. Take the right knee back and place both hands down. Tuck the toes, lift into downward facing dog. Heels stretch back. Give the head a little shake. Nod yes. Wriggle no, just loosen off through the neck and the jaw. Roll the body forwards into a plank and make a stronger, longer line with your plank. So reach the crown of the head forwards, pull the waist in, lengthen through the spine, lower all the way down, slowly to the ground. When you find the floor, point the toes, lift the chest, lift the feet, lift the hands. Hold it here for 5. Breathe, lift the feet, squeeze the glutes. 4. Really open the shoulders back. 3, 2, 1. Take your hands down and stretch back into a child's pose. So just send hips to heels, forehead to the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. 1. Soften the shoulders, lengthen the hips back. Breathe, expand the breath into the belly and let it go. Big breath in and let it go. 1 more. Exhale, come forwards, tuck the toes, take it back, downward facing dog. Stretch the heels back. Pull the belly button in. So tighten that corset that's around the center of the body. Use it to support the lower back. Stretch the hips up so that your spine lengthens and so the back of the legs stretch. And then reach your left leg high. Big breath in. Lift the left heel. Breath out, bring your left knee into the chest and step forwards. Inhale, high lunge. Reach the arms up to the sky. And then soften your back knee. Still trying to send that right hip forward. So that right hip, don't let it open to the side. Bring that right hip forwards. Drive off your back toes. Lift through the chest. Soften through the shoulders. Lift through the chest. And then soften through the shoulders. Take your thumb to your ribs and your fingers to your hands. So you stay where you are. I'm going to come a bit closer. So you have almost as if you're going to pinch in, but instead of pinching in, push out. So you like kind of go in and then you stretch that space. I'll have done that to some people as an assist. Can't remember which, you've got your left foot forwards. So fingers on your hips, thumb to your ribs, and then try and push that space taller. So really open the middle of the body. And then reach your arms back up to the sky. Hold that space. Big inhale. Big exhale into warrior 2. So open it out. Bend into that front left knee. Now glutes are strong. So use your glutes. Keep the hips where they are. So hips stay level. Spine lengthens. So hips stay down. Spine lifts up. Keep the front thigh there. Flip the left palm. Reach and reverse. Big stretch. Open that left side of the body. Hold it here for 3. Lift back and up through the left fingertips. 2. And then 1. Take your left hand all the way down to the inside of your left foot or to a block. If you have one, it's nicer to be on a block, or you can go to the ground. Reach your right fingertips up towards the sky. Breathe in. Amanda, bend that front knee a bit more. Breathe out. So you can hopefully see on me, I'm taking that front knee a little bit further forwards than my arm, which means I'm going to have more of an inner thigh stretch. 2, 1. Look to the floor. Take both hands down. Pivot on your back toes. If you had a block, get rid of it. Rest your back knee down to the floor. Reach the arms up. Breathe in. Hands into prayer. Take a twist. Right elbow outside of your left thigh. Open the chest. Look up towards the ceiling. Big breath. Go a bit deeper in the twist on the exhale. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. 1 more breath. And exhale. Look down to the floor. Take both hands down and step back into downward facing dog. Push into the hands. Push down through the heels. Pull in through the waist. Roll forwards to a plank. Hold that plank position. Bring your inner ankles and your feet so they're touching. So you have one foot. Roll onto the outside edge of the left foot and lift your right arm up to the sky. So a bit stricter with your side plank, as opposed to having, this is easier when we have the feet split. I want you to try and hold this really strong side plank shape. Then bring the right hand down. Lower all the way to the floor. Inhale, point the toes. Just lift the chest, don't need to lift the feet. Squeeze the shoulders. Exhale, lower the chest. Tuck the toes. Take it back into downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Take 2 more breaths there. I'm just going to change direction so I can see you better, but you can stay there. Take your right leg high. And then pull that right knee into the chest, step forwards. Lift up, high lunge. So soft in that back knee, but pushing off the back foot. Think about space in between the waist and the hips. So can you keep the hips down, kind of lift the rib cage up? So you're trying to just pull open that space in the lower back. Breathe. And exhale. Should feel strong through that left thigh. You can squeeze the glute to push that left hip forwards to give you more opening through the left thigh. Right arm forwards, left arm back. Open across the arms, nice and wide. Navel to spine, tailbone tucks. Breathe in and out. Breath in and out. Flip the right palm, reach and reverse. Big stretch open through that right side of the body. Lift the fingers up and back. Right hand comes all the way down to the instep of the right foot. Lift the left arm up to the sky. Open across the chest. Breathe in and out. Have your left palm facing the left side of the room. Breathe. Bend a little bit deeper into that right knee. 2, 1. Bring your left hand down. Pivot on your back toes. Rest that back knee to the floor. And then reach the arms up to the sky. Inhale. Hands into prayer. Exhale, take a twist. Left elbow outside of right thigh. Open the chest. Breathe in. It's on that exhale that you can really encourage a deeper twist. Use the breath. In and out. In and out. Look down to the ground. Take both hands down. Step back into downward facing dog. And then in your downward facing dog, bring the feet so they touch, feet touch, inner ankles touch. Roll forwards into a plank. Lengthen the crown of the head forwards. Roll onto the outside edge of the right foot and lift your left arm up. Doesn't matter if you wobble a bit more because you're trying to hold that stricter shape. 2, 1. Bring the left hand down. Keep the arms straight and keep your toes tucked. Lower the hips, look forwards. Upward facing dog. Open the chest, gaze forwards. Rest the knees. Sit back into a child's pose. Lengthen the hips back. And then bring the arms down by the side, resting your forehead to the floor. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Think really wide and spacious across the back of the shoulders. Really try and lengthen the hips back towards the heels. And then slowly pull the waist in, roll up here into a seat. Take both arms up towards the sky, stretch nice and tall. Take the right hand, hold around your left wrist and pull the upper body over to the right. So you get a big stretch through the left-hand side. And then come back through center. Take the left hand around the right wrist, pull up and over to the left, big stretch through the right. And then back to center. Take the hands out in front of you. Find all fours. Pull in around the waist. So whilst you do this cat-cow, I want you to feel that you're holding a bit more strength around the center of the body. So the movement might not be so big. Inhale, look forwards. You might feel a bit restricted. Think about just sliding the shoulders down. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, open the chest, look forward, squeeze the shoulders back, pull the waist in. Exhale, round. So make it stronger. One more. Forwards, squeeze the shoulders back, send the chest forwards. Exhale, round. And from that rounded shape, tuck your toes back into downward facing dog. Push in through the hands, push down through the feet, lengthen and stretch, lift through the hips. Take your right leg, reach the right leg up to the sky. Try not to let the right hip open to the right side of the room. So if you look at your hips from the side, you'd see both hips in one line. Bring the knee into the chest, step the right foot forwards, rise up, high lunge. Breathe in and breathe out. And then take it into warrior two. Right arm forwards, left arm back. Open into that warrior two. Straighten your right leg, squeeze the left glute as you do that. Then shuffle the back foot in once or twice. Reach forwards from that right hip, lengthen. So stretch as far forwards as you can. 2 minutes, stretch as far as you can. And then take the right hand down to the shin and lift your left arm to the sky. Open across the chest. Bulge the thighs. So trying to make the thigh muscles lift and engage. Think about trying to lift the kneecaps by squeezing the thigh muscles, pushing into the feet. And then keep the legs really strong. Take the weight out of the right hand. Using the torso, lift yourself all the way up. So it's going to be strong through that left side of the waist. And then when you get there, turn the right toes to the left side of the room. Fold the body forwards. So hands come down to the floor. Bow the forehead so that the crown of the head is now facing to the ground. And I want you to reach your hands through your legs. So if I go sideways, reach your hands through your legs and you're trying to pull yourself to the wall behind you. So really use all your strength, pull the waist in, reach, stretch as far as you can for 3, 2, 1. Release and slowly roll up. Nice and slowly. When you get up, take the hands to the hips, adjust the feet. So now the toes go out and the heels go in. Bend into the knees. And I want you to stay this depth. So some of you are facing your own camera. You might be able to see yourself. So you keep your hips where they are. They don't move. I'm just going to lift my right heel and then lower. Lift my left heel and then lower. So challenge the mobility of your ankles and your hips at the same time. I've already done this twice today. So my hips are like, 3, 2, 1. Straighten both legs. Go back to warrior two to the top of the mat. So bend that right knee. Flip your right palm. Reach and reverse. Big stretch. And then exhale, take both hands all the way down to the top of the yoga mat. Step back into downward facing dog. Take a big breath in here and a big breath out. Big breath in. And out. Roll forwards to a plank. Hold that plank. You can lower halfway down or all the way, your choice. Baby cobra or upward facing dog, all the way open with the chest. The hips will be off the floor if you're going up. And then take it back, downward facing. Waist pulls in. Heels stretch away. Hips lift high. Breathe there. Make sure the back of the neck is relaxed. Pushing down into the hands, grounding through the feet. Lift the left leg high, inhale. Both hips stay in one line. Remember, don't open that left hip. Keep the hip facing down. So another way to think about it is that your kneecap would stay facing down. Pull the knee into the chest and step. Rise up, high lunge. Just a breath here. And then open into warrior two. Strong. As you straighten the left leg, before you do it, think about this. As you straighten the left leg, squeeze the right glute. Then shuffle the back foot in once, twice. Reach forwards from the left hip, lengthen, stretch, and then take left hand down, right arm up into your triangle. Breathe in and out. Thighs bulge, so legs are strong. You're trying to lift the knees. You're trying to strengthen the front of the legs. Now, don't brace yourself. Brace kind of sounds like a tense word, but engage around the waist. Pull the waist in. Take the weight out of the left hand and lift yourself up using the body, using the torso. So it'll be that right side of the waist that's working. Turn the left toes in. Keep the arms out wide. Fold forward. So try and keep a straight spine as you go down. And then you'll get to a place where you find it hard to keep it straight for too much longer. Then you can let the spine round. Body relaxes. Weight pulls forwards. If you want to, hold opposite elbows and just kind of sway. Left to right. Right to left. Take a big breath. And exhale. In. And out. Relax the upper body, find stillness. Then take your hands to the waist, bend the knees, slowly roll up to standing. And then turn the toes out, heels in, but you want to have your legs a little bit wider this time than maybe you were before. So just maybe shimmy your foot a little bit wider out. Bend into the knees. Now again, kind of keep that height. Don't let yourself lift up. Hold that height. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. Hold that height so you stay low. Then go the other way. Bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. So you go low. Slowly move across, and you're trying to keep that level. So like you're using a spirit level and you're trying to go across. So it's really in your hips, that ability to really pull the knees out and stay in that quite low squat. 2. And then just finish off so you're balanced. Straighten both legs. Turn the right toes in, left toes out. Warrior 2. Breathe here. And exhale. Flip the left palm, reach and reverse, big stretch. And you're taking your hands all the way down to the floor. Pull the waist in to help you step that left leg back into downward facing dog. Breathe. And exhale. In. And exhale. Rest. Both knees to the floor. Keep the toes tucked and just walk your hands back. Place the hands to the thighs. Close the eyes. Soften the shoulders. Nice full deep breath. Exhale. Think about melting the shoulders down the back. Big breath. Melt the shoulders down the back. 2 more. Keep length and lift through the spine. 1 more breath. And then bring it forwards to the hands. If you like, just pat the feet out, just wriggle through the toes after they've been in that stretched position. And then keep both hands and knees where they are. Just take your left foot slightly out to the left side of the mat. So instead of that left foot being parallel to the right, it's going to just go out slightly. And then take your right leg back into space and lift your right arm up. So hold yourself and balance. Right foot off the floor. Right hand lifts. So that's option 1. Option 2, take that right arm overhead. So you create a long line through that right side. Breathe. Squeeze the glutes. 2, 1. Come back to all fours. It's quite a lot through the hips this evening. So don't worry if you wobble or fall and have to come back into things. Take your right foot out. Kick your left leg back. Reach your left arm up. Breathe. Squeeze the glutes. Pull the waist in, and then maybe that left arm goes overhead. Long straight line. 3, 2, 1. Hands and knees. Take a breath in and out. Tuck both toes and just hover your knees off the floor. So hold this box shape with the knees off the ground. Sway the weight over to the left hand and then sway the weight over to the right. Sway over to the left, maybe even lift to the right fingertips. Sway over to the right, lift to the left fingertips. Go once more each side, just get used to transferring the body weight. And then into downward facing dog. Stretch the hips up and back. Give the head a little shake. Breathe in and out. Big step, right foot to the outside of the right hand. Rest the back knee down. So either stay there, you can reach the right arm up to the sky if you like, so that's a bit more of a stretch through the front of the body. And then second option, bend that back knee, point the toes up towards the ceiling, reach round to the foot. And try and keep that right shoulder open as you do it. Go, Amanda, you're so close. Go a bit further forwards into your hip. And then sometimes if you can like grab your trousers and start to pull it in, that's a good way to do it. Try and keep the chest open. Go further forwards into that left hip. Squeeze the left glute. And then let that go. Bring the right hand down. Step back into downward facing dog. I feel like I always pick on you, Amanda. It's just because I can see you, your shape, like you're in black against a white wall, so it's easy for me to see. Left foot, big step outside of the left hand. And rest the back knee down. Start by reaching the left arm up to the sky, open across the chest. And then if you want to bend that back knee, reach back, find the foot. As you're doing that though, really try and keep that left shoulder up and back. Try not to let the body round forwards. You're very welcome to just keep reaching the arm up towards the ceiling. There's still a stretch and an opening there. 2, 1, let that go. Bring the left hand down and step back into downward facing dog. Take a big full breath and exhale. In and out. Walk your feet towards the top of the mat. And then take them out to the side so you can come down into a squat position. So come down, have a seat, reach the arms forwards. If you're higher and you're on your heels, that's fine. Just slowly think about coming down. It might help you to have the hands down. If you're on your heels, try and reach forward. So you're encouraged to lift and lengthen the spine. Not notice if you're knocking the head back. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. Keep the waist pulling in, glutes working, knees are going out. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. You're going to rock back and catch yourself, feet off the floor. So you come into a Navasana. Pull the waist in. Hold it there, breathe. In and out. Keep the hands as they are. Stretch the right leg away. See if you can bring the left knee in to touch the chest. Really pull that left knee in. And then switch. So you're pulling it in without using the hands. You're pulling it in using the abdominals. So pull. Stretch the opposite leg away. Go once more each side. So right leg away, left knee in. Doesn't matter if you fall. Other side. And then back to stillness. Plant the feet down, pull the waist in, roll down. Arms go overhead. Legs stretch out, take a big deep breath. And exhale. One more big deep breath. And exhale. Bring the arms down by the side. Walk the feet in, knees are bent, feet are flat. Drive down into the feet, lift your hips up off the floor. Squeeze your glutes, strong through the lower body. Breathe in and out. Whilst you're trying to lift the hips, make sure you aren't just sticking the belly up to the sky. So there's this feeling of trying to pull the belly back down, but squeeze up with the back of your hips. So push up with your hips, pull in with your belly, drive down into the feet, push into your shoulders. Hold it here for 3. With the breath. 2, 1. Roll the spine down 1 vertebrae at a time. So slow it down. Don't rush. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it all the way to the floor. Place the hands on the belly. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Big breath in. And big breath out. Arms down by the side again. Drive into the feet. Lift up through the hips. Squeeze the glutes. Really push into the feet. Really push into the shoulders. Lift the hips. Make sure you're not just sticking the belly button up to the sky. Breathe here. Pull the shoulders back more. Lift the hips higher. Push the feet down. Stronger into the ground. 3, 2, 1. Roll it down 1 vertebrae at a time. Don't rush this time for 10. 9. So really slow. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then rest it down. Take the left ankle, place it on the right thigh. Reach around behind the right thigh and pull in. As you're pulling that right thigh in, you might be able to use your left elbow and push your left thigh away. So you're pulling from behind the right leg. You might be able to push the left elbow to the left inner thigh. Work the legs closer to you. Keep the legs as they are. but release the hands. Take your left hand, hold the left foot. Right arm can fall out to the side. Stretch the right leg all the way down to the bottom of the yoga mat and open that left leg into a half happy baby. So that left leg comes to the side. Breathe. Open. So trying to touch the top of your left thigh to the floor. So you need to avoid the body. You need to go out to the side a little. And then bend that left knee. Bring your right hand over. Hold on to the left knee. And take it all the way over to the right side of your yoga mat for a big twist. Breathe in and out. In and out. Another deep breath. And then come back to center. Give that left knee a hug into the chest. Give it a squeeze. And then step the left foot down. Take your right foot, place it on top of the left thigh. Both hands thread behind the left thigh. Pull that left thigh in. And then some of you might be in a place that your right elbow can push the right inner thigh away. You can probably see better on this side. Try and keep your head down. Try not to lift up too much through the head. Breathe. Work that thigh in towards you. Right knee's going out. 2, 1. Release the hands. Take your right hand to the right foot. Stretch your left leg out. Right knee out to the side. Breathe in. Breathe out. So thinking about your right thigh coming to the outside of the body and then towards the ground. And then bend the right knee. Take your left hand across, right arm out to the side. Guide that knee all the way over, spinal twist. Look to the right fingertips. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Slowly come back to center. And lie, however, is most comfortable for you. So you might want to stretch the legs out wide or have them closer together. Hands can either be on the belly or out to the side. Take a big deep breath and sigh everything out. That can be a loud breath. A couple more there. In and out. In and out. Let the weight of the eyelids block out any light, any distraction. Let the jaw relax, so you aren't clenching or gripping through the jaw. Shoulders soften down into the ground, so the chest is nice and open. There's lots of space for a nice easy breath. Belly relaxed, hips relaxed. Hands and feet relaxed. So whole body, this feeling of heaviness into the ground and a feeling of lightness in the front of the body. So you have the contrast of the two, the heaviness and the security through the back of the body, and space and lightness through the front of the body. The breath is easy, you don't need to force it, don't need to control it. Maybe there's some movement into the fingers and the toes, into the wrists and into the ankles. And then interlace the hands, reach them back overhead, push the heels of the hands away, take a super long full body stretch. And bring the knees in, give yourself a big hug. Maybe lift your chest and shoulders as you look in towards the body. Rock yourself up to a seat. Eyes can stay closed. Sit nice and tall. Just place your hands on your knees. Lift through the crown of the head. Draw the shoulders back. And just notice how you feel from the seat bones up through the hips, all the way up through the spine to the chest and the shoulders. Around the neck and the jaw. Bring the hands into prayer heart center. And just thank yourself for making time to come to practice. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. Well done.